Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you very much, guys, for your great support. Now, fellow Kenyans, before we get deeper into this discussion, let me humbly request you that if at all you're videoing for the first time, please don't forget to click the subscribe button. And also, to our supporters, thank you, God bless you, asanteni sana, for the great work, the support that you are giving. I feel really appreciated. Of course, feedback is normally the key thing in any form of communication. That is why I have to say thank you, because I've always been seeing you supporting this channel, doing all you can possible to make sure that you watch the videos that has always been updated in Bonita Media. So you just tell me where you're watching this video from. If you're in the country, you can tell me which part of the country, county number, and if you're outside, it's also good to tell me which country. Drop me the code, the flag, or the name of the country where you are at the comment section. Now, in this video, I would like to talk about something that happened to Gladys SHOLLEI, that is the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. And one thing I know is that there is nothing that normally goes unpunished. That is the fact. The fact remains, nothing goes unpunished. Whatever you do will just come back to you. Now, why am I saying this? I'm saying this because Gladys SHOLLEI was chased away. Imagine from Rift Valley, kwao kwenyewe tu ndio amefukuziwa na watu wao. So you see, whenever you behave in a manner that you think that you own the world, these are the repercussions. I normally say that once you are a leader, there is a way that people expect you to carry yourself. There is a way people expect you to talk. Like they chose you to lead them. You are a member of parliament for some people in some constituency. So there is a way those people, those constituents, those people in your constituency expect you to talk. They expect you to behave in a certain way because they are the people, they are your bosses. What these politicians don't always understand is that we are their bosses. We are the people that have employed them. We elect them using our votes to go and work for us. And then now they turn now to be our bosses. That is the greatest confusion that these people normally have. That we elect you to go and we employ you to go and work for us. But then now what happens is that after getting to those positions, you overturn this. Like now you assume that now you are our bosses. Whenever we demand something from you because we employed you using our votes, it's like now you are assuming. Like you're saying, it's like you're trying to say that we people that employed you, you don't deserve those things that we're requesting. And that is where now you find out the mistake is coming from. So these issues are watu kufukuzwa. Imeanza tu, itaendelea hivi. We don't know when it's going to come to an end, but the truth of the matter is this thing will continue up to the end. The issue of these watu kufukuzwa ndo wameanza. Ndo imeanza. Itabidi hao watu wakuwa nakimbia kila on a daily, they'll be running helter skelter on a daily basis to make sure that they're going for their safety, simply because they have not because people don't want them, but because they've refused to do what people want. Now you've refused to do what people who elected you want, and then you keep on singing Ruto 2-term. What do you think? 2-term, yet you've not even delivered anything. That is the mistake. You are singing 2-term, and I normally say that before you as a leader, before you sing 2-term, can you look at what you've done to the people, for the people? People, there is a way, there are some things that we expect as people that employed you, as people that elected you, there are ways that we expect you to behave. If you can't behave in that manner, if you can't do for us what we expect or what we expect from you, yes, what do you think is going to happen? What do you really think is going to happen? These are the results. The results are just going to be the same. There is no single day that the results will change. Hakuna siku ambayo results itabadilika. Itabaki tu zile tu. Unaona hii tabia itazidi tu kuwa hivi tu. Kwa sababu hao watu wenyewe wamekosa kusikia kilio ama vilio vya watu ambao waliwachagua. Ikiwa watu wanaweza wakakubali na waseme kwa wenyewe watu walituchagua, tuwafanyie 1 2 3, na hayo ndio mambo ambayo tunapaswa kuwafanyia, everything is going to be smooth. Everything is going to be smooth kabisa. Lakini if they still insist, they still talk the way they're talking, that the issue, I had Gladys SHOLLEI the other day on Citizen TV during the daybreak saying that the issue of rise in fuel is not William Ruto's problem. It is Parliament. Now, you know very well that it is Parliament's problem, not William Ruto's problem. Why can't you solve it? Yes, you are the Deputy Speaker of the National Assembly. Why can't you find a way of solving this problem? Kama unajua ni shida, si utafute njia ambayo mnaweza mkatatua nalo ili shida. Wewe mwenyewe unasema kwamba shida sio Ruto. Shida ni wabunge. Kama nyinyi wenyewe ni wabunge na mnajua vizuri kwamba hii ni shida, mbona msilitatue? Ama kuitatua ndio shida. Mnajua ni shida lakini kuitatua ndio shida kubwa. There is no way you can say that something is a problem and yet you have a problem in solving that problem. That is a very big lie. So this trend will continue up to the end. We don't know where it's going to end. We don't know when people will stop doing it. But for a fact, this is a fact that hao watu watazidi kufukuzwa. Popote pale ambapo wataenda bado watazidi kufukuzwa. Huyu ni SHOLLEI amefukuzwa wapi? Rift Valley. Rift Valley ni wapi? Kwao. Pale ambapo wamechaguliwa. Na anaambiwa kwamba toka uende. You can't speak, you can't say anything. You can't talk about anything here. We can't allow you to say anything hapa. We can't do that. Why are people saying that you can't do that? People are saying that you can't do that because you've really refused to do what you are expected to do. That is why you see people saying that, oh no, you can't talk to us. You can't address us. You can't really address us. It is very shameful. You can't. We can't allow you to address us. We can't. Huh? So what do you really think? What do you really think as a Kenyan? You as a person who elected these people, what do you think? Do you really think that these people deserve to be given chance to speak on behalf or in public domains? We don't need, in fact, we don't even need them to talk, to say anything because you already know what they're going to say. The only the things that they're going to say is that Ruto is two-term. And Ruto deserves a second chance. If Ruto deserves a second chance, is there anything that he has done that proves that he deserves that chance? Let us be realistic. I know some people will say that oh, mezibwa macho, you don't see what William Ruto has done. Yes, wacha tukubali tumezibwa macho. But has he done anything to deserve that second chance? That is the question. Iwapo kuna jambo ambalo amelifanya ambalo linaweza kufanya kwamba apewe nafasi nyingine, ni sawa, mtuambie tu kwamba this William Ruto has done 1 2 3 and therefore he deserves a second chance. Lakini kama hakuna, please give us a break. That is what I can say. Just give us a break, allow us to rest, allow us to breathe. That is it. Just allow us to breathe. The second story is about Gladys Wanga and James Orengo. Of course, we know the conspiracy that has been going on, what happened between Gladys Wanga and James Orengo, where James Orengo was saying that Gladys Wanga has been using her pants to clinch to power. I don't know how he knew that. But then Gladys Wanga decided to respond by, I don't know whether she's trying to apologize, but the letter is very long. Let me just read it for you, so that after reading for you, I'll also read for you some of the comments and give you a chance at the comment section to also tell me what you think. This is what Gladys Wanga is saying. That open letter to His Excellency Honorable James Orengo, SC, Governor, Siaya County. And then, Dear Governor Orengo, in bracket, my father. Reflection, dignity, and the place of women in our public life. I read this letter in my personal capacity, not as a governor of Homa Bay County, nor a chairperson of the ODM party, but simply as Gladys, daughter, mother, wife, and a woman who, like many others, continues to navigate leadership in space that often demands strength while offering little grace. For many years, this space were occupied by men, and only courageous men dared to break through. I've reflected deeply on the remarks you recently made concerning me. I chose silence at first because I have always believed that not every disagreement demands public contest, and not every heart should invite a public response. Yet, some moments require reflection, not because of the individuals involved, but because of what they represent. I have always held you in immense respect. To many of us who entered public life after your generation, you have represented courage, conviction, and the possibility of principled leadership. Many young politicians look up to you for motivation and inspiration. You have been around for a long time, and I have personally regarded you with the esteemed one reserved for an elder, and in many ways with the affection and deference on one will extend to a father figure. Indeed, listening to your remarks and the manner in which they were received left me wondering how I would have felt hearing the same words from my own late father, who I saw for only a few years, and from respected men of his generation like you, to whom I had looked for guidance and direction. That is perhaps why they hurt. Not because political criticism is unfamiliar to me, nor because public office accepts one from scrutiny, but because certain expressions carry weight beyond politics. They say politics is a dirty game, but I did not expect it to become dirtier through your utterances. Words spoken by respected leaders shapes culture, reinforces attitudes, and determine what society permits. When remarks directed at a woman carry undertone that diminish, ridicule, or reduce her because of her gender, age, or place in public life, they travel far beyond their immediate target. They become an echo familiar to millions of women and girls who have endured various forms of gender-based violence, exclusion, intimidation, and dismissal in workplaces, homes, and public spaces. They run through the vertebral light like lightning striking a tree. Many women are told to speak more softly, lead smaller, occupy less space, or differ, not because they are wrong, but because they are women. Many endure insults that men is in equivalent position will never face. It is this reality that made your remarks painful, not merely as an affront to me, but because they inadvertently validate a burden many women continue to carry quietly. I do not write this to seek an apology through public pressure, nor to invite sympathy for myself. I write in the hope that moments such as these can remind us all, especially those of us privileged to be in leadership, and particularly in spaces where traditional women were only supposed to be seen and not heard, that strength and dignity are never dismissed by kindness, and that authority need not come at the expense of another's humanity. Governor, despite the distress and untold discomfort this episode has caused me and those close to me, I do not wish to engage you in prolonged exchange over this matter. I consider you my senior, a respected elder, and someone whose contributions public life deserves honor and respect. I therefore choose forgiveness. I was humbled just as I was humiliated. More importantly, I choose to leave the door open for engagement, dialogue, and collaboration on matters that uplift our people and propel our community forward. After all, God gave us the responsibility to make our community better and more respectable. Our region deserves leadership that inspires hope, not needless staff war with a girl the age of your daughter. If my resolve to stand with the Senator Oburu Odinga as the party leader of our great party after the passing of our beloved leader, Honorable His Excellency Raila Amolo Odinga, may he continue resting in peace, means I must endure more of these embarrassing insults and unnecessary tirades. So be it. Dr. Oburu was elected by thousands of party delegates in broad daylight. Governor, may this moment become not a point of division, but an opportunity for reflection, healing, and renewal commitment to building a public culture where women and men can disagree vigorously yet preserve each other's dignity. In the words of the young Pakistan's female education Katibi Malala Yousafzai, we realize the importance of our voice only when we are silenced. Please do not silence our voice through humiliation. You are sincerely Gladys Nyasuna Wanga. That is Gladys Wanga trying to write a very long story to apologize. I don't know whether she's apologizing or maybe to confront James Orengo on Orengo's remarks. But I want to say this, that sometimes respect is not given, respect is earned. You can write a very long story, but the question is, do you really mean what you've said? I don't know what is going to happen, but the truth of the matter is, the war has just begun. The war has just begun. Maybe you can tell me what you think. Somebody is saying that you have spoken well, though you need to remember that respect is a two-way traffic. You should tame your mouth too. He makes me remember when I was in boarding school, I used to sit near the window facing the kitchen. Then I saw one chef putting some salt in a pot of beans. Later on, another came with salt again and he wanted to add the salt pot. I forgot that I was in class and shouted, "Salt is already added." And these are Kenyans now. These are the Kenyans that we have. Excellency, for the first time, I have removed my heart for you. I wish your heart also changed to reflect the new Gladys that I see in this message. It is very encouraging, especially to leaders of national class. Nothing was so grave and extraordinary in the statement that my senior Jim said. We say them every day, save not on rooftops. And I sincerely forgive you. I have sincerely forgiven you to Governor. For sure, 100% sure, Jim did not mean bad. He was only trying to revenge using their language. According to Jogenya, the message didn't carry such a huge connotation that was exhibited by your supporters. Jim was really fought for the democracy space we enjoy today. Jim was Baba's close friend, just like you are so. It was a siblings crossfire that didn't have to be lighted, the kind of reflection sees therefore. Otherwise, pole Governor. Of course, I think I talked about this yesterday, and I said that Gladys Wanga might have understood this thing the right way, or maybe Orengo might have said it the wrong way. But the kind of response that even women now decided now to show off their breasts in public simply because they're trying to defend Gladys Wanga was not necessary. It wasn't necessary. That was not the way that this thing was supposed to end. But anyway, that is people's opinion. Let me also know what your opinion and your thought. After that, we'll also move to the next video. Please don't forget to click the subscribe button and also tell me what you think concerning those two videos.